Hello everyone, the law of navigation. Another very important video in this leadership series. And it says, anyone can steer a ship, but it takes a leader to chart the way. The law of navigation speaks to the ability of a leader to move his people from point A to point B to point C, right? And it's charting that course for them as to how they will get to their destination. As a leader, very, very important responsibility you have is to direct your team, is to get your team to the destination. And in order to get your team to the destination, you have to chart the way. But charting is one aspect of it, right? So we're just going to go into 3 statements that I believe is very important to make before we look at how to navigate. And it's one, a leader is one who sees more than others. A leader is one who is able to see the bigger picture, is able to see where you want to go. Very, very important. A leader is also one who sees further ahead than others. So you're able to see, while the team might believe that the destination is point B, you have a responsibility to be able to see behind point B. Right? So if you're moving from point A to B, you have a responsibility to make sure that you see further ahead to probably point C, right? And that is part of your responsibility. And the other statement that is also very important is a leader is one who sees before others see. Very, very important. As a leader, you have to be able to think about what is it that you want to accomplish before the team is even together. As a leader, it is important that you also see and create a vision for the team before the team even buys into or even know what is the vision. That is your responsibility. Now, if you want to put it into some context, just to bring you some ideas to what I'm saying, as a leader, you're like a tour guide. And to give you a clear example, if you look at a travel agent and a tour guide, a travel agent would tell you places that you can go and how to get there. But a tour guide is one who shows you the way and also goes the way with you. They are on that journey with you, but not just that they're on the journey, they have been there themselves before. And because they've been there, they're able to help you to navigate your way there as well. So you have to think of yourself, if you're a strong leader in terms of navigation, you're one who is very well equipped to have experienced the journey before, and you're helping to bring people on that journey. And that's one of the unique qualities of a navigator. He helps people to get to the destination by bringing them on the journey, right? So very important. Now, what are some step-by-step ways of navigation or to plan ahead, right? Because that is the unique thing about navigation, is planning ahead. And when you understand that navigation is basically planning ahead, there is some simple steps that I believe are, I would say, keywords that are, and it spells out plan ahead, right? So P, it's predetermine your course of action. It's first taking a step and looking, right? I want to do this, this, and this. These are the things I want to accomplish. And you write it out. You look at, how you look at, these are what I want to accomplish and how I'm going to get there. The other important thing is lay out your goals. The goals are very important in terms of, all right, I want to get here, but how am I going to get here? For example, you're at home, you want to get to Burger King. How am I going to get to Burger King? Well, I need to get in the car, I need to then move from in the car, and I need to move, then I need to drive from probably campus or wherever you might be located, and you need to get to, in Papine, and if you get into Papine, then you might need to get to Half a Tree. It's setting the goals and then trying to achieve those goals one by one until you reach your destination. Very, very important, right? Another important quality is adjust your priorities. You see, very important, not just to leadership but to life, is that you can't expect to set goals and then don't adjust your priorities to achieve them. If you're going to achieve certain things, it requires an adjustment. It requires that you make some change in your life to achieve those things. And as such, you have to adjust your priorities. You have to then look at what is most important. You can't be eating, heavily every night after 10, 12 and then expect that you're going to lose weight if your priority is to lose 100 pounds. your priorities will mix up, right? So very important that you understand that. And in terms of leadership, you can't be doing random projects if your priority is to probably achieve a particular thing, right? Then moving on to the N in the word plan, in terms of the step-by-step process of navigation. And it says, notify key personnel. As a leader, you have to get your team to buy into your vision. You have to get your team to say, all right, guys, you gather around with the key persons in the organization and say, guys, these are the things that we want to accomplish. I want you to tell me how you believe we can get there. Because a unique thing you have to understand, sometimes as a leader, you have to sell the vision to your team, and sometimes your team even makes that vision better. Because they might have seen an angle before that you have never seen that will make the vision even accomplish the vision in a much bigger way, in fact. So it's very important that you understand that you have to notify the key persons in your organization who is going to help to make sure the vision or the goal is achieved at the end of the day. All right, so you can get to the destination. And then now moving to the word ahead in terms of planning ahead. We have done plan, PLAN, and now we're at ahead, which with the A, right? So allow time for acceptance. Sometimes when you have a new plan, it requires of you to have your team to buy into it. And for your team to buy into it, it requires that you allow your team some time to accept those new ideas. Very, very important. And as I speak about ahead, it then says, it speaks to the H, which is head into action. Once your team have buy into the vision, you have a responsibility to now try to get actions done. Try to start the momentum moving, getting the things done, right? The smaller pieces, getting, as I said, set those goals, getting them done one by one. You have to get head into the action and start moving, right? And then it speaks to the E, expect problems. There's a very important saying that motion causes friction. There's no way you're going to expect people to change without people having a problem, because natural nature of human beings is that we don't like changes. So when you understand that we don't like changes, then it's very important that you understand that you should expect problems. As I said, motion creates friction. And a very important thing to understand as a leader, your main responsibility is to solve problems and to prevent problems, right? So when you understand those key qualities, it makes the process a lot easier. Another important thing is the A. Always point to your successes. A part of the process is that understand that people will always think about your failures, or some people will always try to point out your failures. But when you can show your team the successes that you have achieved and the team also the success we have achieved from what we have done before, it makes them buy into the vision and the destination a lot easier. Right? So it's very important that you always point to your successes or the team successes and what we have done and how we can get there. Right? Because persons are always trying to also, prevent us from going further as a team. And then the final letter in the word ahead is the D. And it's daily review your progress. If anything is not so important, this one is very important. If you are not looking at how you're progressing with your plan, then you really don't know where you're going. And you have to understand the vital importance of reflecting, the vital importance of daily reviewing your progress with your plan. When you understand those things, the plan ahead process of how to navigate, it's going to definitely help you to become a stronger leader, a navigator. And navigation is a very, very, very crucial part of leadership. Some leaders are not very strong in navigation, but some are very strong in it. And that's okay. Different leaders have strengths in different areas. And just to remind you, the secret to navigation is preparation. When you prepare before, when you put time in to decide how you're going to get to the destination, you will get there in time, and you also get there and lead your team to the destination in the best possible way. Right? So thanks again for joining me in this series, this leadership series. Again, have a blessed day, and I hope this message bless you.